Today is all about women and celebrating women and their contributions to the industry. And today I have this incredible panel of entrepreneurs and leaders of the industry who are doing incredible work for more than over a decade and 2 decades. So the topic we are discussing today is celebrating women-led business, like the contribution of women through their businesses and the topic is celebrating women-led businesses and their unique contributions to the industry. So I'll just start and welcome all the panelists. So in today's discussion, we'll not just honor their unique contribution to the business, we'll also explore how their leadership is shaping a more inclusive and dynamic future of the industry. So I'll just start. So you all have been in the industry for more than 1 and 2 decades. So starting from executive roles to reaching leadership roles and founding your own companies, what has been your journey? So we'll start first with Garima.
Thank you so much, Ruchika. Always a delight to be here. Thank you so much, Karan and team, for this opportunity once again. So to your question, yes, I've been now in the industry. This is my 18th year, so closing in on 2 decades of being in the industry. I've seen some really dynamic trends. From times when we used to scan paper and, make DCRs in the morning and take all the beating and shooting that Archana and everybody else was talking about, to rising through the levels at different organizations. I've worked with, in my career, I've worked with Perfect Relations, Weber Shandwick, Archetype, Genesis, BCW, and then about a year and a half ago, I decided to hang my boots on the corporate career and start something of my own. See, for me, the term authenticity is oath of authentic living. Public relations can at times get very cosmetic and very surface level, and it erodes the authentic being of who you are. As women, we are nurturers. As women, we are very feminine as leaders. In this big bad world of communications, at times there's no room to be very soft. Yeah? And I realized that I became too much of a warrior princess. Like totally. Like people who work with me. And then, it's very easy to say toxic work cultures and stuff like that. No. I think the power is in you. And the reason I did my own organization, Authenticity, was to just basically help more women like me get in touch with their authentic self. Today, I host a podcast called the Wiki Podcast, where I invite a lot of women leaders. I'd love for so many of you to come and talk to us about your own journey. It is not a PR initiative. It is a training, teaching, upskilling initiative. That's what Authenticity is. And I really feel that it's bridging the gap between the haves and the have-nots. Because we've started coming from a lot of privilege. We've started, consuming a lot of information. Our ability to process it and use it for our own benefit, for the benefit of the media, for the benefit of the stakeholders, for the benefit of the client. It's very important for you to not lose yourself in this journey. And for me, it was just about finding my own self and then instituting an organization that helps others hold their ground and then grow from there. So that's been my story and my journey.
Moving to Akriti.
Hey. Hi everyone, thank you so much for having me here. I am definitely going to ruffle some feathers because first, I don't think that कि जेंडर से इतना फर्क पड़ता है और पढ़ना चाहिए
तो नहीं for sure.
पढ़ना चाहिए एक तो power, like you said, power is within yourself, right? So my journey has been very interesting, fantastic, hard. आप लोग में से कितने लोग entrepreneur बनना चाहते हैं? Very good. This is amazing. फिर से पूछते हूँ, आप में से कितने लोग entrepreneurs बनना चाहते हैं? You are already okay. Fantastic.
Many are already. That's the reason they are not. Yeah, just give her a show of hands if you want to be an entrepreneur.
ऐसा तो feel
See? Yeah.
ऐसा feel तो होना चाहिए.
Great. Thank you so much for the courage that they're showing. Yeah.
सही रास्ता चुना था मैंने आज से 15 साल पहले, maybe. Okay, but yes, it's been a 15-year journey as an entrepreneur. It is very, very, very hard, and it is very, 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 very fun.
Rewarding.
it is very rewarding, it's very learning. I was reading this book yesterday, The Greatest Salesman in the World. And one thing that I learned from that book, you are nature's miracle. Whether you're a man or a woman, I think women are more of miracles because we have kids and all. You know, we have that power I don't think men have, but yeah. But I think that is the journey that you will have, whether you are in any form or shape. Like you will grow through the years, and with every day you will be a better self. And that becomes even more happening, it happens more because when you know that you are serving a load of people who depend on you for their lifeline, तब ना वो अलग ही हो जाता है. It is that you will believe in yourself more, you will believe in people more, and every day you'll realize that you are nature's best miracle. So I think that's where my journey has been. And yes, again, reiterating, while women and men, there is a lot of difference. We may not be equal. There are certain things we bring to the table. But whoever you are going to have the best life if you just believe in yourself more.
So we have heard the stories of the founders. Now moving to the woman leader we have here today.
Okay. Thank you, Ritika. Now, they are the people actually, you know, my colleagues, my co-panelists who could really speak much on this topic because they are entrepreneurs. I would say, you know, when you asked the audience that how many want to be an entrepreneur, life is still easy for you who now want to be an entrepreneur, or even for them, because age-wise, whatever I look, I don't know, but much seniors to them. And in our times, whether you're an entrepreneur or you are a lady leader, it was very difficult. And unfortunately, for all the ladies here, we'll give some rosy pictures as well, but life is tough. Still, there is a huge gender bias. Now, whether we are capable, more than capable. The best entrepreneurs and the best CEOs in the world, I think, forget the generation, are our moms, the mothers.
True.
Okay, they run each and every vertical of a business, starting from HR to facilities to finance. So if they can do it, any woman can do it. They are running the best business, we can also run the best business. Any woman can run the best business. They should be the people who we should look up to and not outside. First, of course, we should have role models. Why outside, even in India also? The point is that we first have to believe in ourselves. Because of the societal pressure of people, irrespective of gender, and when I'm saying this irrespective of gender, it is only not men. Even women trying to pull down another woman. So what happens is you develop an imposter syndrome, which is very detrimental to your career. So first and foremost, you have to say, forget it, of course I can. Never wait for someone to praise you. Hardly would get people really encouraging and inspiring. I fortunately have got you know, one or two great mentors who were women in my life, and maybe that is the reason I try to be a mentor to another you know, young woman. So difficult. Another point what I would like to say is, we go to other questions, I'll talk later, that don't try to prove your point or your status by words. Do it by action. Right. Everyone has their unique capabilities, their USPs. Find them out, work on them, and prove by your performance, not by words. There are more points, I'll come later.
So, Anandita, I have a question. Like, in your extensive career, you have worked with both male and female leaders. So, like, can you share what difference did you find in their leadership and how women contribute uniquely in their leadership roles?
I would say, you know, my first quote-unquote boss or manager was a man, and how I started my career hearing, I don't understand why y'all apply for the job and get it, because I started in a PSU. It was a government job. You know, both of you earning, killing in Bengali they say bhat, rice, you know, the food, staple food of another family. Another man should have come here in place of you. So this this statement he used to make to every woman who used to get a job under him. So I think the first jolt which I got gave me more strength to deal with it. How women are better? The certain innate qualities we have, and one of them is very high EQ, emotional quotient, which can run any team, which can run any leadership, any business, any department, any your organization. That is very important. And the way we feel, and it is innate, nothing to, I'm not criticizing or being cynical or critical about any other gender, but certain things are innate in each gender that we have. Also, we have a fantastic leadership capability, as I just gave the example of our moms. So these things we harp on and then we go ahead. So there are gender bias, pay parity. I don't think it is still, the problem is solved in today's date even. Yes. So it has long time to go. Even the women cricket team, I think just last year the test cricketers, they came in at parity with the men cricketers. So if in those society, in those avenues, they take such a lot of time, for us who are not public figures, quote unquote, in that way, it will take a lot of time. But we have to go along the way. Even near parity, women equally in terms of women's equality, even near parity would reach, not even parity, near parity would reach, it will take at 2045, long way to go. But then our tribe is increasing, and that is the reason our morale is increasing. We have like a community with us, that is our strength. And I think it is celebrating Women's Day, it doesn't mean really anything. Every day is Women's Day. And it is just that we celebrate, and the people who are really in need of equality, we celebrate them, and that is the reason we should do it. So I think it's very encouraging. The future is bright.
We celebrate Women's Day and we observe Men's Day.
No. I celebrate Men's Day also.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your view on this, Akriti?
See, I'll just echo her point. Now, there are biases that exist in the system.
Women supporting women. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so so I echo, and I will pay her for this later, like a treat, special one. But coming to the point, I echo one point which is very strong. There are biases that come naturally to women, and they become challenges in our life. First is, bandi hai to isko tech nahi aata. I have started a PR measurement platform. 50% of my team is technology.
Can't agree more.
50% of my team is technology. I started 4 years back. I have 150 customers. And yet, when I go into meetings with my co-founder, sometimes I see people talking only to him, while I am the business development person in my company. So that, and I would not say that this is completely men, or this. I just want to say that this is sometimes.
It's a person perspective. It's an individual perspective.
No, it is women doing it to themselves.
Yeah.
Second thing, I think we as women sometimes think that some things are beyond or below us. For example, sales. Many women will shy away from the role of sales because they feel that, oh, the way a sales word was, it was a salesman. So I'm not supposed to do sales. It's either not me or it's below me. But a company, bread earner for the company is the sales department, right? And today, 80%, I don't know if it has changed, but 80% of the sales force is men. But we need to change that because women can do better selling. Yesterday I was, and I think Madhurima was there, I don't know if she's here. Yesterday, I was attending an event and somebody said very beautifully, men or women cannot put down the phone on us. That is our power. It's very easy to say no to a man, say, okay, but you see most of the call centers recruit women.
Yeah.
So I think two things that I would love for these challenges to go away, and I think we'll do much better. And there's one more last point, and sorry, Garima, I'm just taking.
Take your time, darling.
Yeah. We don't believe in make in India tech. We still believe in outside tech. So one of the challenges that I tackle very hard in our industry is that they think that a Finland company or a Norway company can do better than us, a US company can do better than us. But we are sending people there to build all that tech, na? So yaar, I'm saying ki believe in us more. If I have all my team in India and we're all sitting in Gurgaon and doing better than the Finland, Norway and US companies, and why do I have to prove 5x as compared to them? So those are the challenges I think that we as women face.
So moving to Garima, like the time you started your journey as an entrepreneur 18 years back and now, so what transition have you seen, like what things have changed till now, and also the challenges you faced when you started?
Thank you so much, darling. I just started Authenticity on 22nd November 2023. So I'm just about 17 months old in the entrepreneurial journey. Number one, I'm still a solopreneur, right? So I'm still building up. But like I said, the challenges of the outside world, be it about people looking at women a certain way, people believing we know tech or don't know, people looking at our co-founder versus us when we are in a conversation. See, the moment you look outwards, you give your power away. For me, it's about looking inwards. What is it that I bring to the table? What is it that I can move? I absolutely second the points my co-panelists are making here. The point on motherhood, if you can pull that off, believe you me, everything else is a cakewalk. The point on technology, conversation, sales. Yeah, you've been selling. All of us in this room, half of us would have to sell the concept of wearing a certain kind of clothing in our houses to our parents. ये skirt इतना छोटा क्यों पहना है? ये sleeveless ऐसे क्यों है? From that day, you've been selling. And you started your career in PSUs. I remember a time when I was servicing certain clients, I was asked to dress a certain way in those rooms because you couldn't look a certain way. But here I want to touch upon one bigger point, you know. I was on the inaugural list of this really esteemed award about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, whenever this started, right? Now my point was I work in a gender agnostic field. PR, advertising, marketing, there are men, there are women. In fact, right now also in the audience, if my estimate is correct, it's still a 70-30, right? And unfortunately in PR, that 70-30 is reverse. Execution team, more women. Leadership team, still more men, right? So I was winning this award, and then I had to convince myself that, Garima, you champion the cause of women leadership, but you'll go and you'll receive an award that's gender specific. When you are in a level playing field and there are men and women, then why are you competing in an award that's only women? So I had to convince myself first to stand there and receive that award, okay? I did a little bit of reading up and research. What is the argument that I can give to myself? And I was like, अच्छा ठीक है, एक list निकालते हैं. Fortune 500 company and their leaders. Most diverse panels. Inclusivity, diversity, sustainability, सब पहले यहाँ आता है क्योंकि Fortune 500 है. How many of you know what is the ratio of women leaders in Fortune 500 companies? How many women, percentage of women lead Fortune 500 company? Anybody? A wild guess. A wild guess. 1%. So thankfully 1 से थोड़ा ऊपर उठ गए हैं, पर अभी भी 10 से नीचे हैं. Of the 500 companies, there are less than 50 leaders leading them. How many of you believe it's lack of capability? Not a single hand. What is the lack? It's the lack of opportunity. Would you agree? Can I get a big yes? Till the date, my opportunity matrix is not 50-50. I will stand at every podium like this and celebrate women. unapologetically. लेंगे हम सारे award. आएंगे हम सब करेंगे. I'll back it up with one last thing because I am a healthcare communications expert also. There is this scientific category ki Booker's Prize winning book called Invisible Women. How many of you women feel more colder in your offices than men? I can see some hands raised. We wear more jackets. And then we said, अरे तुम्हें छुई मई है यार, बड़ी जल्दी ठंड लग जाती है. There is no representation of women in corporate research. Invisible Women is a book that talks about the fact that all medical research, all corporate research, all these infrastructural research, the way offices were created, they were all created for men. Talking to Anandita's point on the fact that आप आए क्यों हो? आपको नौकरी क्यों चाहिए? 2 breadwinners क्यों चाहिए? तो वहाँ से लेकर आज के MNCs के offices तक वो bias चलता आ रहा है. तो अगर जब तक वो bias चलेगा तब तक हम unapologetically यहाँ बैठेंगे और women supporting women करेंगे. Right? So I'm going to do this unapologetically, authentically, and I will claim my position, be it in agencies, be it on the client side, be it in the founder's table, be it anywhere else. But I'll do it with a lot of kindness, a lot of grace, and a lot of room. Because trust me, if men knew better, they would have done better. It's also about them being raised right, and that's where the role of mothers come in. Yeah? So that's my point to your.
I think you have put some like really good points and the things we should be discussing, and that needs to be considered. So like moving to the last question of the panel, and I would like to, all of you to share some advice to the women who wants to reach the leadership role and lead the businesses and become the future entrepreneurs.
First of all, I have high regards to all entrepreneurs, especially, the 2 beautiful ladies sitting along with me. I am not that brave to even think that I'll start my own business. Now, at times I feel, is this, I lack in some confidence.
Anantha, can I just say one thing? You open doors for us. You open doors for us. Sitting on the leadership tables that you are the ones who paved the way for the younger ones.
Thank you. You made my day. Thank you so much. But yes, first of all, you really need to be brave because you have to counter so many challenges. One, again, is balancing home and work. Okay, so, I was just, in one of the forums, we were just discussing, and I asked one lady that, oh, no, I fiercely believe in equality and all. I said, okay, so just tell me one thing. You get up in the morning, right? Who enters the kitchen first? So, I do. I said, you love doing it? You said, of course, I love doing it. But have you ever thought that, what if you don't enter the kitchen? So why did you start? See, it is again, certain things are very innate in us, automatically we are as if programmed to do certain things. Yeah. We have to break that barrier because if you have a meeting to attend, you need to focus on that meeting. I have been working in companies where I was the only female leader in the entire, sometimes we call steering committee, sometimes we call CEOs, unit, or whatever the nomenclature is. And I always used to find, kya hai yaar? And I used to request my HR head that, aap log kyun nahi lete ho lady leaders? So, no, we have that in our agenda. You, in companies, you will see always a nice colorful pie chart where they would talk about being gender agnostic and diversity quotient, and that only remains in the pie chart. Most of the discussion is, this year, it is our target to do it. We have to bring more women, forget leaders, employees, but don't compromise on the talent. Why the disclaimer? Why would that disclaimer? Do we discuss that we have to get men for these roles, but we should not compromise on talents? As if men are born with all possible talents in the world, and for us, for women, we have to take women, but don't compromise on the talent. I mean, I went on fighting, And then, if you counter them, you are very brash, you are very rude, you are very outspoken. ये तो बहुत ज़्यादा बोलती है. As Garima was saying, doesn't matter. Okay, what actually should have said, I cannot talk in the public forum the particular word, what you should say, but then get lost. Just get lost. And another very important thing, you know, this I have faced, trust me, in my earlier company, you know, I generally, you know, Comm heads always report to the MDs or CEOs. So, you have all the department heads, the weekly meetings, and then they stay back at times for they go to a beer party, they go somewhere. One day I asked you why you all don't, shamelessly I asked, then why don't you all include me? Is there any particular reason? So I said, no, you know, our HR head says, please don't mind, you know what happens, you know, we discuss cricket. I said, I can discuss cricket. No, actually क्या है ना, फिर हम लोग पी लेते हैं, फिर गाली गलौज करते हैं ना, आप एक लेडी हो, अरे मत करो गाली गलौज, इतना पियो ही मत. But this is discrimination.
Yeah, so ma'am, in interest of time, we'll move forward, and I think you have shared some incredible
Because
points.
these are, you know, straight from life. These are not bookish.
Yes, it's all about, like, it's all coming from your personal experience. So moving to Akriti, can you please quickly share some advice for our young entrepreneurs?
Men की women only, मतलब
Yeah, yeah,
women only.
women
Okay.
only, yeah.
आज केवल women के
आज के
लिए.
लिए women, sir.
सबसे पहले तो मैंने अपने ऑफिस में पूछा सबसे कि भाई कौन कौन यहाँ पे कॉर्पोरेट कम्युनिकेशंस कर सकता है, रोल आ रहा है, तो सबने हाथ उठा लिया, मेन विमेन ऑल इक्वल. फिर मैंने पूछा कौन कौन सेल्स टीम ज्वाइन कर सकता है, तो केवल मेन लोग का हाथ उठा सबने. मैंने कहा ये बायस जो है ना, ये अपने अंदर की है. women need to remove their own bias against themselves. What they can do and what they cannot do is something that is sitting inside them. It is a social validation that we seek by doing things that we want others or we think others feel that we should do. If you think you're going to do fantastic sales, stand for it. You can do it. If you want to do excellent corporate communication, so be it. You want to be in technology, so be it. We have, I know the first person, I know the first IIT women in IIT Kanpur. She was amazing. Yeah, she went there in 1960s. So, so this social validation and self-bias is one thing that I think we need to remove.
So, Garima?
Closing, I can see your eyes, okay,
Yeah.
watching me. I'll take 60 seconds. Give me my 60 seconds of glory. Unapologetically lead like a lady. आपको कुर्ते पजामे पे बिंदी लगानी है, आप लगाइए. आपने चूड़ा पहना है, आपको half sleeves, full sleeves. Just show up as a woman and lead like a lady. Guys, we were naturally blessed to be multitaskers. Men were hunters. Their game was focus. We had to take care of the fact कि river से पानी लाना है, यहाँ आग लगानी है, बच्चे को सांप ना काट ले, वहाँ पे कपड़े सूख रहे हैं, यहाँ खाना बन रहा है. We were naturally multitaskers. We are naturally blessed to be Gaura or Kali. We can channelize whatever energy we want. Right? We come from a land that honors the mother. How many of you have seen Chava? Have you seen, some of you have seen Chava? Parvati Pateya and then her mom, right? Arey, 0101 hai yaar. Right? This is a land that honors the mother. This is the land that takes the name of their lady first. Let's bring that back in the boardrooms. You feel like I have cried in every boardroom possible. Unapologetically. I'm a very emotional person, you can see that, right? So the point is, lead like a lady, be unapologetic, yes, show up like a leader, work hard for it, work on yourself, but never be apologetic about where you are and who you are. So that'll be my only advice.
Since you're in healthcare, you said why as I said, I have one or two idols in my life. One of them is a lady. Her name is Vanita Datla. She is my idol. She is a MD of a healthcare company, Elico Industries, a very good company. I have always seen Vanita. She had been the president of CII and done that and been there. She used to be on the podium discussing any topics under the sun, extremely well groomed with a big chabi ka chharra. And that was her trademark, unapologetically. And I just loved her and I always go on her path.
So, round of applause for all our incredible panelists and for sharing your personal experiences.